Picture this. It's 3 a.m. Your phone rings. It's your best friend's wife, panicked, asking if you know anything about diabetes because her husband won't wake up. You went to bed fine after a few drinks at dinner. Now his blood sugar has crashed to 38 and the paramedics are on their way. This isn't a rare story. This happens to diabetics every single weekend across the world. And the terrifying part, it could have been completely prevented with just 3 pieces of information. Information that nobody talks about because it's buried in complicated medical journals. But in the next 8 minutes, I'm going to give you the truth about alcohol and diabetes that could literally save your life. Here's what most doctors won't tell you. When you drink alcohol, your liver goes on strike from one of its most important jobs. Your liver is supposed to release sugar into your bloodstream all night long while you sleep. It's like a glucose factory running non-stop to keep you alive. But the moment alcohol enters your system, your liver says, "Stop everything. We have poison to deal with." And it redirects all of its energy to breaking down that alcohol. This process can last up to 12 hours. 12 hours where your liver refuses to release sugar into your blood. Now imagine you're on insulin or medications like glipizide or glyburide. These medications are still working, still pushing your blood sugar down. But your liver, your safety net, your emergency backup is completely offline. You're now in a silent free fall. And the most dangerous part? This crash doesn't happen right after you drink. It happens 6 to 8 hours later when you're sound asleep, completely unaware. Let me tell you about James. James is 34, type 1 diabetic for 12 years. Well controlled, tech savvy, always wore his continuous glucose monitor. One Saturday night, he went out with college friends. 3 beers, some wings, lots of laughs. He checked his sugar before bed. It was 160 perfect range. He went to sleep confident. At 4 a.m., his roommate heard a thud. James had rolled out of bed, unconscious, his monitor screaming with alarms he couldn't hear. His blood sugar was 35. The paramedics told his roommate he was 10 minutes away from a coma. James made one simple mistake. He didn't eat enough carbs while drinking, and he didn't set an alarm to check his sugar at 2 a.m. That's it. 2 small things almost killed him. And here's something even more terrifying. If you pass out from low blood sugar, normally a Glucagon emergency injection can save your life. Glucagon is that rescue kit your family keeps in the fridge. It tells your liver to dump stored sugar into your bloodstream immediately. But if alcohol has blocked your liver, that emergency injection might not work. Your liver is too busy processing the alcohol to respond. This means if you crash while drinking, the emergency kit your loved ones depend on could completely fail. An ambulance becomes your only option. Now, before you think I'm telling you to never drink again, stop. I'm not your parent. I'm here to give you the science and the strategy so you can make informed choices. Because here's the truth. Moderate alcohol consumption is not forbidden for diabetics. The American Diabetes Association says up to 1 drink per day for women and 2 drinks per day for men is generally safe. But safe doesn't mean careless. It means strategic. And strategy starts with knowing which drinks are your friends and which are your enemies. Let's talk about the best choices first. Dry wines, red or white, contain only 1 to 2 grams of carbs per glass. Compare that to a margarita, which can have 40 grams or more. Spirits like vodka, whiskey, gin, tequila, and rum have 0 carbs when you drink them straight or with sugar-free mixers. A vodka soda with lime, 0 carbs. A whiskey on the rocks, 0 carbs. Light beers like Miller Lite have around 3 to 5 grams of carbs, while regular beers can pack 15 to 20 grams or more. The rule is simple. The less sugar in the drink, the less your blood sugar will spike initially. But remember, even 0 carb alcohol will still shut down your liver and put you at risk for that delayed crash. Now the worst choices. We call regular beer liquid bread for a reason. A pint of lager can have over 20 grams of carbohydrates. If you have 3 pints, you've consumed the equivalent of a small loaf of bread. Sweet wines like Moscato or Port are liquid sugar. Cocktails made with regular soda, juice, or sugary mixers, like a pina colada or margarita, are diabetes disasters waiting to happen. One woman shared that a single frozen margarita spiked her blood sugar to 240. Then 6 hours later, she woke up at 55. The roller coaster is real and dangerous. So how do you drink safely? Here's your protocol. Rule number 1, never drink on an empty stomach. This is the fastest way to a severe low. You need food to slow absorption. Specifically, you need carbohydrates and protein. Have a real meal. A sandwich, a burger with the bun, or pasta. This provides steady glucose while your liver is distracted. Rule number 2 is the bedtime buffer. After drinking, you want your blood sugar slightly higher than normal before you sleep. If it's a perfect 100, you're in the danger zone. You have no room for error if you drop overnight. You want to see a number between 140 and 180 to give yourself a safety cushion. If you're trending low, eat a snack before bed. Toast with peanut butter could be a lifesaver. Rule number 3 is the alarm clock rule. The danger zone is often hours after you fall asleep. If you've had more than 2 drinks, set an alarm for 2 or 3 a.m. A simple finger prick or checking your monitor could save your life. If your trend arrow is pointing down, eat immediately. Rule number 4 is the medical ID. Hypoglycemia looks exactly like being drunk. Slurred speech, confusion, stumbling. If you drop low at a bar, people might assume you've had too much to drink. They might let you sleep it off. If they do that, you might never wake up. Wear a medical bracelet that says you have diabetes. Tell your friends. If I start acting weird or confused, assume I need sugar first. Rule number 5 involves your medication. Talk to your doctor, but many diabetics need to lower their insulin doses on nights they drink. If you take long-acting insulin at night, your doctor might recommend reducing the dose. If you take sulfonylureas, you might need to skip your evening dose. Never guess. Ask your doctor for a drinking day plan. Rule number 6 is hydration. Alcohol dehydrates you rapidly. Dehydration makes your blood sugar erratic. Drink 1 full glass of water for every alcoholic drink. This keeps you hydrated and helps your body process the alcohol safely. Let me give you a success story. Sarah has type 2 diabetes and takes metformin. She went to her sister's wedding. She had 2 glasses of champagne, but ate a full dinner with bread and pasta. She drank water between drinks. She checked her sugar before bed. It was 145. She set an alarm for 3 a.m. and woke up at 110. Perfect. She followed the protocol. She enjoyed the celebration and stayed safe. One final thing. Alcohol has 7 calories per gram, almost as much as fat. A night of heavy drinking can add 1,000 empty calories. For type 2 diabetes, weight management is key. Regular drinking can cause weight gain, especially around the belly, which increases insulin resistance and makes diabetes harder to manage. So here's the strategy. Eat a solid meal with carbs before you start. Stick to dry wines or spirits with sugar-free mixers. Pace yourself with water. Alert your friends. Check your sugar before bed and aim for a slightly higher safety number. Set that 3 a.m. alarm. Make sure someone knows that if your Glucagon kit doesn't work, they need to call 911 immediately. The 3 deadliest words a diabetic can say are, "I'll be fine." No, you won't be fine unless you plan. You won't be fine unless you eat. You won't be fine unless you check. The delayed crash is real. The nighttime lows are real. The Glucagon failure is real. But so is your ability to prevent it. If you found this helpful, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Drop a comment below. Have you ever experienced a low blood sugar episode after drinking? What happened? Share this video with someone with diabetes who drinks. It could save their life. Stay safe, stay informed, and remember, knowledge is your best medicine.